Welcome to Off-Grid Victory. So I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple little things today, and that's the first fruits that we've seen on our homestead. It's been a few weeks that we've been harvesting off of this cherry tree, and this cherry tree is about 5+ years old. So yeah, we've been eating off this tree and enjoying it for the last couple weeks. And there's only a few cherries left. We're just leaving them on there to ripen, but not the best that I can show you. But at any rate, I wanted to show you this cherry tree. Now it is under this protective cage, but I've opened it and left it open for a couple weeks, which I shouldn't have, because you can see here it's been chomped on here. Been kind of broken off here, the leaf chomped on there, the leaves right on here. You see it's all been chomped on, and that is most likely deer. But anyway, that's not the nature of this video. It's about cherries and it's about fruit, so let's move on. Okay, so we've seen this cherry. That was from my cherry tree. I just picked that, and it could be about 30% bigger, I guess. But this is what I wanted to show you, and that's the video today. So these guys are also cherries, but not from a cherry tree, but from a cherry bush. So let me show you that, and then we'll taste these fruits, because they are the first fruits that I've gotten on our land. So these fruit, well, this year it's fruiting, yeah, almost towards the end of May and into June, but this is kind of the harvest. We've eaten bowls of this stuff, but let me show you what it is in here. So this is an Asian cherry bush, and you can see, here's my hand, it's not that big. This trunk diameter is only about 1 inch wide, and you can see all the little fruit that's on there, and they cluster all over the place. And so we've been picking these as they ripen. And you can see it's definitely a cherry leaf, these jagged leaves, and the structure of it. And just like a cherry, here, I'll take one, and I'm just gonna smush it in my hand instead of eating it. You see, nice and juicy. And they put out a little seed like that, just like a cherry tree would. So there's a hard single seed in the center of it, and it's a little bit more tart than your typical cherry, but definitely edible and flavorful, and something you should plant in your garden for a couple different reasons. But mainly for me, it's one of those trees that's kind of hardened for the cold. Now this tree, I think, is even good up to the northeast. It definitely survived this really cold winter. We went into single-digit temperatures here in the Ozarks, and yet these guys still survived and is still fruiting. Now, I can't see any of the fruits that actually dropped off, but yeah, that cold spell we had when the Texas, Texas heating areas went below 0, whatever, and froze everything off. Well, these things survived through all of that here in the Ozarks. So yeah, I mean, it's a pretty hardy tree. It's a pretty hardy bush. I would definitely recommend it. And they're also called Nanking cherries as well. Yes, it is a bush, not a tree. So yeah, something to consider on the homestead, something that's gonna grow for a very long time and produce. Alrighty, shalom.